Meet Shimon Ansbacher. Shimon is a Holocaust survivor living in Ma'ale Adumim, a small town in Israel. His grandmother was taken away to a concentration camp by German forces during the Second World War. Shimon, his 5 brothers and sisters, and other family members hid under a home in Brussels for almost 2 years to escape Nazi persecution.
1931, I was born in Frankfurt, Sandweg 2. And in 1933, my parents fled Hitler as he came in the government, and they fled to Belgium together with a grandpa and grandma. In Belgium, we lived as non-aligned enemies, as refugees until 1940. 10 May 1940, Belgium was invaded by the German army. On the same day, the Belgian authorities took thousands of such refugees who come from Germany and put them in camps in south of France, near Perpignan, in a camp called Saint-Cyprien, because they were aligned. They are German from birth. So they took them away. Thousands of Jews between the age of 18 and 50 or something like this. So my father got on the same day Belgium was invaded. My father disappeared and come back 5 years later. So we lived 5 years without a father. My mother had 6 children. I was the second one. And we lived 2 years, more than 2 years, under persecution of the Nazis until there was no any other way but to disappear from circulation, to hide in some hideout somewhere. So my grandpa, who found a 3rd floor apartment in Brussels, and we were there without going to the windows during 632 days. We couldn't speak aloud, we couldn't fight among us. There were 6 children, 2 grandparents, and my mother. And so finally on the 3rd September 1944, the Allied force came from France and liberated Brussels. And on the same day, we got back to our official home in Brussels. So this is my part in the Holocaust. And 3/4 of a year after this, my father come back from his Odyssey. This is for me. My wife is also a rescue survivor. She was taken in 1944 to the ghetto in Hust, in the Russian Carpathes, and from there directly to Auschwitz. And from Auschwitz, she got to a labor camp in Weißwasser. From Weißwasser, they took her with the Russian coming nearer. They took her to Bergen-Belsen, to the camp. And there she was liberated by the Allied forces, sick and typhus. And okay, she turned around in Europe searching a family, which was, of course, murdered in the camps. And 2 years later, she came as an illegal immigrant to Palestine in April 1947. The British on the high sea took the vessel with the illegal immigrants and put them all in the camps in Cyprus. Finally, December 1947, she was liberated and sent to Palestine, attend Palestine before the abandonment of the State of Israel. Later on, she came in a girls' home. Later on, in January 1949, she joined a kibbutz, a new kibbutz, called Netiva near Masmia, something like this. And a year later, I come to the same kibbutz. And we married there. 51, our first son was born. Later on, 54, the kibbutz finished his work and decided to disperse. So I come to Jerusalem. We had 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. From the 3 children, we have 17 grandkids, and from the 17 grandkids for today, we have 39 great-grandkids.
We asked Shimon what needs he and others like himself have as the last of these precious Holocaust survivors progress in age.
As older you get, the more needs you have. You need dental prostheses. For example, I myself, 40 years, have no single teeth in my mouth. You need glasses to read. You need hearing aids. You need a little bit of society. You need to have friends. Now, as long as there's a couple, the man and the woman, together, somehow one helps the other. But if one becomes a widow or the wife dies, so it gets heavier. So the day-to-day needs are big, and it is a matter, let's say, from another 10 years or something like this, till the last survivors, but those 10 years are crucial for them.
We were also able to ask government officials in Male Adumim what the needs are and what Christians in America can do to help.
You know, the winter, when it's raining outside, they are old. They have a very hard walk now. They are walking very hard. And then they need somebody that will take them by hand and walk with them to the supermarket, to the doctor, even to the daycare, to hear, somebody singing, to make their life easier. They had very tough life. They had too much all those years, and I think now the whole world should help them to have a quiet ending of life, because it was enough.
Our friends, Christian friends, that help us to make a better life for the Holocaust people is very honored by us. It's very pressure for us, and we like it very much. The big question is if you want to be there for them or you don't want. I think that every human being, if he will open his heart a little bit, what he will do will say to him, thank you very much. Do what you can for them, nekuda, period. Just make it to be, and we'll be there with them.